Hello guys, good morning guys. Welcome to Soccernet Weekly. My name is Joba Ogunwale, the chief editor of Soccernet.ng, and I'm here to discuss football again with Lolade Adewoyi, the managing editor of Soccernet.ng. Lolade, how are you doing?
Good morning, Joba. Good to see you again. It's nice to be here. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to La Liga's return tonight. Now, speaking about that, also speaking about La Liga's return, what matches are you looking forward to, and are you excited that Spanish football is back?
Yes, personally, I'm happy that Spanish football is back, top level competition that I can actually watch. Because I am subscribed to DAZN, and DAZN only shows one Bundesliga game a week here. So, and they usually don't show the big game, Bayern or Dortmund. They just show one of the other teams. Okay, of course, Leipzig once in a while. But so it's good that La Liga is back, and DAZN will be showing all the games for me on La Liga. So I'm looking forward to seeing the big teams again: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Sevilla tonight. I may not catch Sevilla tonight because I got a family event. My daughter is having a party at the school, so we may not see that. But over the weekend, definitely see big games, and it's really important. The position where La Liga is now, it's still very competitive, and anything can happen at the end of the day. So it's something to look forward to over the next few weeks.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to it. Especially from the Nigerian players' perspective. We have about 5 Nigerians playing in the La Liga right now. Samuel Chukwueze, Kenneth Oguero, Chidozie Awaziem, Ramon Aziz, then Ogene Karo, Etebo. So these are games to look forward to. Barcelona and Madrid. I think just the point separates the top
2 points.
Yeah,
58 and 56, yeah.
Then there's Atletico Madrid, then there's Real Sociedad, Getafe, Metebo's team. They are leveled with Real Sociedad in fifth and fourth place. So these are some interesting matches to look forward to, and relegation battle, top four battle, the title race. So it's actually they've been out for almost 3 months right now, and to be back again. We've enjoyed Bundesliga, but La Liga is more popular with Nigerians here. La Liga, Premier League, and the Italian Serie A. So it's good that football is finally back. Serie A returns. And the Coppa Italia itself is also going to be played tonight.
Yes, I think Juventus, Milan tonight. So
yeah, tonight. Then tomorrow, Napoli versus Inter Milan. So these are games.
Really big games coming up. Yeah,
it's to look forward to. So I think it's actually a good thing that football. And next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Premier League resumes also. So
I mean, Arsenal, Man City, kicking off. It's back to the good times. Only that the stadium experience for the game is missing. We'll see what these teams can do with the sound from FIFA and things. It would never be like the original sounds from the fans. I've been to games in a few countries. I've been to German stadiums, to Italian stadiums, to French stadiums, Russian stadiums, Brazilian stadiums, South African stadiums. It's never like that, without fans. It's just going to be different. But we'll see what the organizers put together with the artificial, with the special effect sounds, and see if it makes sense for us watching from TV. But one thing that this club, was it Leverkusen, did recently, last week or 2 weeks ago, was putting cut out cardboards of their fans' images, Mönchengladbach. It just to give that experience that when you're looking at the stands, there are people, there are faces there. supporting you, but the sound is not there, the vibe is not there, the waving flags, especially in German stadiums, they're all waving flags, all through the game and chanting and doing all these things and drumming, they are missing from football. But we're just back to some normalcy. Full normalcy will take a while to get back to for football, but we have to make do of what we have now, and just to ensure that the leagues end at the right place, competitive games. The leagues end competitively. So we'll manage what we get.
Yeah. Well, so for us that doesn't have the chance, do not have the chance to go to stadiums, I don't think we actually care because football has been out for almost 3 months right now, and to have football back, to see the players back is just it's something that really makes us happy. Look at the caliber of games that we have this weekend. Barcelona is playing, Real Madrid is playing, Juventus is playing, Bayern Munich is playing, Napoli, Inter, they are playing. So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
I know it's good to have football, but you watch it, the football we have right now, you watch it and it feels like they're just training, because there's no sound. That's what I'm saying. It's more like you're watching
yeah,
this guy just it's like training matches. Eh, I watched highlights of Arsenal's workouts with was it Charlton or something this week, and they were just scoring and it was just like training,
yes, I want to, I
It
want to
was,
too.
and that's how it's going to be. The atmosphere is going to be. You have this big background, big stadium in the background, and then you are scoring, and there's no noise. You can't even hug. But hey, it's our normal now. No complaining. I'm just saying it is not. You know how people say it's not. If it's not that famous advert. If it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the fans, because Premier League are planning to bring in the fans by September. So hopefully fans can gain access to the stadium by September. That will be next season. But for now, we just have to enjoy football without fans.
True, true.
Moving away from La Liga's return, there was a report that came out this week. Football Observatory. They value players. They do it biannually. So they released the top 100 most valuable players in the world. Now I know you focus on you're more interested in something like this: brands, values of players. Two Nigerians are in Africa's top five: Victor Osimhen and Wilfred Ndidi. Well, I would like to hear your view on what this means for Nigerian football, especially the Nigerian national team.
I think it's a good development that Victor Osimhen and Wilfred Ndidi are ranked in that list, the world's most valuable footballers with potential. I think this is based on their potential moves. If they are sold by their clubs right now, this is how much they are worth. It shows first that they are doing well at their clubs. They've had a great season so far. Victor Osimhen has been named Lille Player of the Season. Even now that the Ligue 1 was ended prematurely, he did great in his first season in France. Proving to everyone that his talent is secure. He didn't lose his way, after the Under-17 World Cup, and that he has a great future ahead of him to really do great things, while also Wilfred Ndidi has stayed consistent and kept improving at Leicester City and is now being touted for moves to some of the big five clubs, Let's look at it in the perspective of the Nigerian national team. We have of five, 2 in 5 of the most expensive African footballers right now. If we bring their performances to the national team, okay, so you have, let's look at the top 5. You have Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Nicolas Pepe, Victor Osimhen, and Wilfred Ndidi. So Egypt has Egypt has Mohamed Salah. Senegal has Sadio Mane as game changer. Cote d'Ivoire has Nicolas Pepe as game changer. And suddenly you have two game changers, two potential game changers in Nigeria. It is a great shot for the future of the Super Eagles. And these kids are still young. Osimhen
Yeah,
is 20,
yeah.
Osimhen is 20, 20,
One,
21, 21, Ndidi is 24, 25, you
23.
23, sorry.
Yeah,
We've got, and they stay fit and active and informed. We've got a great future for the Super Eagles. So it's a good thing. And for their personal, for their brand, I think it's just brilliant for them that their next move could potentially take them to a top club
oh,
in Spain or Italy or in England.
England.
So it helps that they can make this move and become better marketable players. Their brand will just rise. And it look. Let me take us back to the 2018 World Cup. The most valuable footballer we had, the most marketable footballers we had were Victor Moses and Alex
Yes.
Iwobi. They appeared in a series of adverts for Pepsi, for which other brands? Local brands didn't really spend, but they were in there. So now with two of these players coming up in the world, I think it's good for their brand visibility, and this is an opportunity for them to keep working hard to sustain their brand equity. I thought it was going to be Samuel Chukwueze's time
Yeah.
to rise after the 2019 AFCON, but
One.
it seems he's not there yet. He's not there yet, but I believe his exciting play could still bring him up into that marketability ranking, into your face, and show that he can be a marketable brand. He's got a big agency behind him. So he just needs to find consistency on the pitch and improve his game. So maybe next season he'll do better than now, but he needs to sit up right now. But I'm happy that Osimhen and Gigi are in this top five African players worth, and I hope that they sustain it and keep improving their talent.
Now, but speaking about Samuel Chukwueze, you spoke about him because I remember you did a piece on him that he's on course to become Nigeria's most marketable star. That was last year. So, do you think he stay at Villarreal contributed to, or let me say, his performances at Villarreal this season? He has not been able to reach the heights of last season. Do you think it contributed to probably a decrease in his value, in his brand? Because he signed with Rock Nation Sports. So I was hoping that okay, he will also be among the most valuable players we have in Africa. But do you think his performances and Osimhen too and Wilfred Ndidi, do you think they need a move to a bigger club to increase their brand awareness also? Because these are some of the things that come into play when they make these values.
Definitely, let's start with Osime. Let's start with Chukwueze. Chukwueze signed with Rock Nation Sports. He had a great AFCON. He scored the AFCON, had one man of the match in one game, and everything was said before him. But going back to Villarreal for the season hasn't been that great for him. He's had to start from the bench many games, you know, for a potential youth star, building him up. He hasn't really come to his own this season, I think, and it definitely affects your brand value. Clubs are going to be looking for an exciting player who is starting all the time, and this ranking by the CIES Football Observatory basically ranks the potential of players based on what they've done on the pitch, not on which agency they are signed to. So it as objective as it should be, So I believe Chukwueze has a lot of work to do in order to return to this to be able to at least crack the top 10 of most valuable African footballers. But he's young. I hope he doesn't get carried away by all the glitz and the glamour, But he's got great potential. He's got great moves. Maybe when he comes back to the national team, where there's a great belief in him and he starts, he can do show what he's got. But it is at the club level that he needs to show consistency, score more. He's an attacking winger. He's a winger. He needs to score more. He needs to play more. He needs to, raise his lot. I'm on the pitch, And for Osime and MDD, maybe, football is all about great moving up. You play, you do great at your club in a season, and then you're set up for a move to a bigger club. I think definitely their stock will rise if an Osimhen moves to United or to Madrid or Barcelona. Who knows, But his stock will definitely rise, and this will improve his marketability, his brand awareness. But the most important thing he's doing right now is staying consistent on the pitch, and he's scoring for Lille. He's fighting. You can see the hunger in him. He's suddenly come from the bench in his first season to become starter. Ahead of Loic Remy and a few other guys on the bench. You can't take it away from him that he's deserved it. He's earned it. He's earned his stripes at Lille, and he's crowned it with Player of the Season at the club. So, but we're looking forward to seeing the summer moves, the transfer market. Will he leave? Will he stay? This is going to be an important part for him to take. So I think he can only do well. He can only go higher now. Maybe Napoli has been said, but maybe England, maybe somewhere else. But he definitely needs that big move, and his price is up there. That anybody that wants him must be serious, enough to pay him good money.
I'm actually excited about the current crop of the Spy stars that we have right now. I think we potentially have the golden generation in our hands.
You
So
mean
I'm
a new golden generation here?
yeah, a new golden generation. Although I won't say they are as talented as the 1994 squad, but I think they could do us proud. So I'm really really excited about.
We will see. We will see. They are I think if you look at Osimhen, and they are at pretty much the start of their careers, they still have a long, like say 5-7 years more to play at the top, and they could, with Chukwueze, with a few more guys, Simon, they could really prove to turn into a golden generation that can, shake the world and really make the world notice Nigerian football once again.
Speaking about golden generation, USA 94 squad was one of the most entertaining teams in the history of World Cup. Now, I want to ask you personally that what has been, it doesn't have to be maybe in a Nigerian team or anything, what has been the best World Cup that you've seen?
The best World Cup that I have seen. I think the 2006 World Cup, maybe because Nigeria did not play, so I was able to watch games without tension. You see, so I was able to watch the games without tension, and seeing France lose the final with Zidane's headbutt, I think it was one of the best World Cups that I recall. I enjoyed it. There was no tension. There was, and I mean, I wasn't focused on any team from the beginning. I just went in with an open mind. I saw Ghana reach the second round, and they played really great with their golden generation too. Michael Essien, Muntari, Stephen Appiah, Samoajan, really played great football, but falling to Brazil in the second round, So I think the 2006 World Cup was really brilliant. But in terms of having covered the World Cup, having traveled the World Cup, I think Brazil was really cool. The excitement among people, watching, you could tell that Brazilians were watching. They love football compared to Russia. I can tell you that um, even Russians didn't believe in their team. They just felt they were lucky. I remember watching um, Russia versus, was it their second round game where they won? Was it against Spain?
Yeah, it's Spain. It's Spain.
Against Spain. It
Yeah.
was it was a Saturday. It was a
Yes.
Saturday, and I was in Sochi. Nigeria had been knocked out, so I had nothing to cover again. So I was in Sochi with friends, and we went out to a resort, and it was packed with Russians. And Russia was playing that day. Nobody cared. It wasn't until the penalty started that suddenly they thought, maybe we could nick this win, and people started, and then somebody had a tablet and put it on the floor, and we gathered around to watch it. But you could tell that Russians are not into football, So, but Brazil was a national tragedy for Brazil to lose in the semi-final. I,
Everyone.
I left Brazil the day they played against Colombia in the quarterfinal, and you remember the struggle to win 2-1. I was in the airport and we watched, and you could feel that you could feel the fear for Brazilians to become broken-hearted at home, because everybody was so invested in this in the World Cup. I remember the game during the round groups in the city where I was based, where the Super Eagles were based, Campinas. Everywhere was quiet during Brazil games. People sat at cafes, street-side cafes, and were putting their vuvuzelas and things. You could just tell that it was amazing. I think the Brazil World Cup was the best that I attended. South Africa was also, really cool, but my experience in South Africa was much different, but I have great memories as well. But I think for me, Brazil is the greatest World Cup that I have attended.
Yeah, I agree with you concerning Brazil's performance. Even in the second round against Chile, they had to rely on penalties to see off Chile in the second round. So I think Brazil were underwhelming in that tournament, despite being host. But as I said, you were there, and Brazilians love football. They love football,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just not Brazilians alone. South Americans, they treat football like a religion. So I'm not really surprised with the number of supports that Brazil national team had.
And
But
and and look, even when they went to watch games that were not Brazil, I remember Nigeria Iran, which ended 0-0.
that
I think
foreign
it was
game.
the first goalless draw of the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah,
They were
yeah,
so
yeah.
they were so bored. Fans in the stadium were so bored. They started singing the songs of their local teams in the stadium. That's how invested they are in beautiful football, because the game was so boring.
But,
We were just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They started chanting songs for this game was in Curitiba, so I don't remember the clubs that play in Curitiba, but in that stadium they started chanting the songs of their local club, just to just to cheer themselves up, because they were so bored out of their minds that what kind of football these two teams
this
playing on the
thing's
pitch
playing.
was. That day I saw the passion by Brazilian fans. You wouldn't see that in other countries. If you bought a ticket and they didn't score, you just feel, oh yeah, they didn't score. this is another country, not even your country. But Brazilians were so invested in it that wow, and they started singing their own songs just to liven up the stadium. It was amazing for me.
Yeah, Brazil 2014 was interesting for me watching it on TV. I remember Spain versus Netherlands, the 5-1 win. I think Netherlands versus Australia also. It had a lot of couple of great goals,
Mm-hmm.
lot of great goals. Brazil 2014. But in terms of a World Cup that I really like holds dear to my heart, I think I would say 2006 World Cup. Then 2006, I was starting fully. I think I kind of understand football then a little bit better than when I was too young in 2002 World Cup. So I really enjoyed 2006 World Cup. Then I never had a team at the beginning, but when Italy defeated Ghana in the opening game, in their opening game, I think Pilo scored the first goal. Yeah, he scored the first goal after he received the short corner kick pass. So I think Italy became my team then, and that was when Pilo also became my favorite player. So I was rooting for Italy. I was rooting for Italy. I watched their second game against United States. Their third game against was he Czech? Yeah. I watched their game against Australia, Ukraine, Germany, then the final against France. So I would say the 2006 World Cup. I never really enjoyed the 2010 World Cup. It was kind of boring for me. It was not as exciting as the 2006 World Cup.
Because Nigeria had lost.
Yeah,
We had played badly. We had been Yakubud.
yeah. Oh, that me.
So,
So
these things make you lose interest because your team is no longer in the game. But when your team wasn't even there at the beginning to start with, then you have an open mind. You are excited just to support another team. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
then I would say 2002 World Cup also, just because of the fun of watching games in the morning. You have to wake up very early in the morning, maybe go late and like arrive late at school because you're watching watching games. Like, yeah, the fun, the thrill, and those nostalgic feeling that once you look back, you now remember that okay, it was fun then. So I would say the 2006 World Cup is my most memorable World Cup
Yeah.
for me. Yeah, most
Great.
memorable World Cup.
I recall that because of the time differences too in 1994, I recall that in church we were going to have, there was going to be a youth meeting or something. And I remember that it came up in discussions that, oh, but Nigeria is playing this Sunday. We probably won't come to church or something. And I remember also that it happened in 2002 in South Korea also because of the time difference that, people weren't sure if they were going to go to church. And I remember that even it was a debate in England. The Church of England said that England fans maybe don't need to come to church on that Sunday because England was going to play in the morning. So,
I think I shared this story already now on this show already. That 2002 World Cup, Nigeria versus Argentina. I attend second service normally 9 to 11 in Ibadan. But that day I had to wake up to attend first service just because okay my mom won't allow me to say okay you don't have to go to you must have to go to church. So I had to attend first service that day. I'm sure people who attended second service that day will be up to maybe like because football was also like a religion then. Like the Nigerian national team was still something big among Nigerians then.
yeah.
So I'm sure people will because the first service was so full then people were really interested and it was our first game at that World Cup. So people were really interested about okay what will happen. They want to see Nigeria play. So I think 2002 also just because of the fun of waking up early to watch games, I think I'll pick it as my second most memorable World Cup.
Brilliant. So many things, so many emotions come back to me remembering all these World Cups, and I look forward to 2022 in Qatar. It
Yeah.
should be another
and,
experience.
and it will be the first one that will hold in November, December.
Yes, in November.
The final will be played just 4 days to Christmas.
Ooh.
Just 4 days to Christmas. So we're looking forward to that.
The winning country would have an amazing Christmas party.
Party, yeah. Just
They'll probably declare public holiday from the next day till Christmas.
Christmas Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, that's that about the World Cup. The Euros should have held this summer, but it's been postponed to next
Corona
year.
Corona
Yeah,
happened. Yeah. So
yeah,
no major tournaments like that till next year. Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've come to that's the end of the show for this week. But as we said earlier, football is back again. Football is back fully. What game are you looking forward to tonight and over the weekend?
Yes, like you said, Sevilla is playing today. I may not catch it, but I'll try and catch the Barcelona game on Saturday and then Real Madrid on Sunday. Tonight, Milan, Juve. I should be back home. I see maybe I'll catch the second half and try to see to watch Ronaldo and co. So I mean, there's a lot to try to see this weekend. Definitely looking forward to more games like and on my app. So it's good. It's good for me.
I'm looking forward to that Juve Milan match also. And I'm also looking forward to Napoli versus Inter's match tomorrow also.
Yeah.
For next week, when Syria returns, when Premier League returns, when we have the big four European leagues back fully. So I think next week is fully loaded. So, anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the show. Share your comments, share your thoughts on the best World Cup you've seen. So we'll be looking forward to having your comments in the comment section. So, Noladi, thanks for joining me again this morning.
Thanks, Joba. Take care and have a good weekend.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.